The previous videos gave you examples of academic and social language. Here's another quick example of social language. Fast food does bad stuff to you. Research indicates that a diet of fast food can have negative impacts on a person's physical and mental health, including weight gain, skin problems, and mood swings. Let's look at some of the differences Jim Commons laid out in 1981 on the difference between social and academic language. Social language is generally thought to be a little bit simpler, using less technical vocabulary and perhaps fewer complex sentences. Social language is generally used in a face-to-face setting that is typically informal as well. With academic language, we think of lectures, long reading passages, and school. In social language, precise understanding is seldom required. So, if you get the gist of things, you are fine. In academic language, though, quite often, we want precise understanding, and there's lots of higher-order thinking that is involved. In social language, quite often, we are talking about a simple and familiar topic, such as movies, friends, food. In an academic language, we are often speaking about something that is unfamiliar to us, and also knowledge that is more abstract and something we have less background knowledge about. In social language, we also get a lot of clues, such as gestures or facial expressions, because we are often close to the person who is talking. With academic language, though, distance often separates us from the speaker, and we have fewer clues about the information. In social language, there are many more opportunities to clarify, ask questions, and in academic settings, it is more difficult to clarify. WIDA, which stands for World Class Instructional Design, organizes the features of academic language according to 3 levels: the word, the sentence, and the discourse level. This fits well with Commons's original work on academic language. Colorado has recently adapted the WIDA standards and assessment framework for English language learners. So we will use this framework of academic language throughout the modules. You will see this chart again. So, how long does it take to become fluent in a second language? Research done by Thomas and Collier in 2002 pretty much reaffirmed that bilingual learners will pick up social language in 6 months to 2 years. However, we are looking at 5 to 10 years for students to become proficient in academic English, to be as fluent in English as native speakers. Only then can they begin to achieve academically at the same level as native speakers. Why is this distinction between social and academic language so important for bilingual learners? First, bilingual learners will give a false appearance of fluency. They will be able to talk up a storm if they're talking about their friends or their family, and teachers may believe they are actually fluent in their second language. However, because they are not fluent in academic language, they will not be as accomplished in academic tasks as they are with social tasks. Remember, it takes 5 to 10 years for bilingual learners to develop academic language. This distinction between social and academic language can be useful, but it comes with some problems. This theory implies that academic language is superior to social language. Academic language is seen as more complex and cognitively challenging. This view has come under sharp criticism. The biggest problem is that it can lead to a devaluing of social language. Social language is intricately tied to family and community. We want to do everything in our power to value home and social languages. Also, social language can be quite complex and abstract. Think of a teenager trying to bargain for a later curfew. Think of a friend telling you about their impression of a complicated movie. In place of a language hierarchy, we can instead visualize equality in all types of linguistic repertoires. Each type of language has a purpose, vocabulary, structure, and rules all of its own. And our ultimate job is to increase the linguistic repertoires of our students. These are the guiding questions for this week's module. What are the similarities and differences between social and academic language? How does your school attend to the social and academic language repertoires of your students?